bukas po ay pupunta po yung mga staff namin para ganun ang gawin natin.
Kahit daw po mamaya, basta office hours, pwede na daw po.
Bukas na po, nakakahiya naman po at nagmamadali tayong masyado. Bukas
20 were requested, or all documents were requested, then there would be no discretion, and this could be made available subject to the law on data privacy.
Mr. President, ang inihingi lang po namin ay yung kalayaang makita namin ang mga dokumento. Para sa ganun po makumpara namin, makita namin mula doon sa mga notarial books niya at sa mga dokumentong ni notaryo kung wala ngang isa man lang doon nakamuka o kagaya nung pumirma o pirma doon sa dokumentong dala-dala ni Gutiza. Yun lang po yung objective eh. Kasi po pagka kinontrol ng judge, nasa kanyang control talaga sapagkat napagtibay nila talaga doon sa kanyang naunang order na hindi nga pirma ng abogado. Naniniwala naman po tayo doon eh. Pangkaraniwan kasi hindi naman yung abogadong pumipirma eh. The chances are, the one assigned to be there in that office, kung sino man yon, the notary public allowed him or her to sign for her. Sa mga kapit, hindi talaga pirma niya yon. Kaya po, ang aming objective, kaya ako humihingi ng sample, kaya ako pinapunta yung aking mga staff, para kami na yung humanap, makahanap man lang kami, nakagaya nung pirma na yon. At alam namin, meron kaming makikita. But for the judge to insist that she will be the one to select, natural lang, pipiliin niya yung hindi kagaya nung pirma kay Gutiza. I think that is very understandable, Mr. President.
I share the concern of the good senator, and because of this, I clarified with our court administrator. Actually, access to all the documents, provided that it is under supervision of the clerk of court, your staff this may be granted. Access to all the records, provided that the clerk of court is there to supervise and to monitor the going through these documents, good senator.
Ayun na po yung iniisip ko ngayon, Mr. President. Total, nandiyan naman po yung Office of the Court Administrator. Pwede po bang yung mismong libro na ang makita ng mga staff namin mula Enero hanggang September 2025? Ma-examine lamang po.
Yes, according to the court administrator, with proper coordination, access to these documents can be granted, provided that it is under the supervision of the clerk of court and the executive judge. In other words, ilalapag dyan yung mga dokumento, yung notarial book, nariyan si executive judge, nandan ang inyong staff, nandyan yung clerk of court, at pwede pong busisiin itong at i-inspect itong mga libro na ito.
Yun po kasi, Mr. President, ang pinakiusap namin para madali lang at makatulong din naman kami dahil marami namang gawain ng RTC. Nandun po yung tatlong staff ko, nakabantay yung clerk of court, titingnan lamang po.
And according to the court of administrator, they will allow such access. Siguro nag-iingat lang yung executive judge at she confined the inspection to the, as requested, 3 documents. But having said that, the court administrator now is saying that yes, access to all these records can be made available upon the request, provided that the executive judge and the clerk of court is there as your staff goes through the books and subject to the Data Privacy Act.
So, Mr. President, salamat po ron. Pwede po ba namin i-assume ngayon na kahit bukas, kahit na wala po kaming sulat na po sa Office of the Court Administrator, siguro po kayo na magno-notify sa kanila na bukas po ay pupunta po yung mga staff namin para ganun ang gawin natin.
Kahit daw po mamaya, basta office hours, pwede na daw po.
Bukas na po, nakakahiya naman po at nagmamadali tayong masyado. Bukas na po siguro, pinakamaganda na po yun.
Just that there is coordination with the court.
Opo, sana wag naman nilang itago sapagkat baka pag tinago po nila, magkakaroon po tayo ng malaking problema.
Ang ina-assure po tayo ng court administrator na hindi naman daw po dahil naroon lang daw po yun.
Salamat po, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat.
Ito po yung excerpt kasi ng resolution po ng executive judge. Kaya nakakapagbigay po ng iba yung pagdududa sa representasyong ito. Ang pinag-uusapan lang po ron, ang core issue lamang po whether or not pirma niya yun o hindi. At kung kinakailangan maproteksyonan yung integridad ng notarial service. Pero nagpakahaba-haba po yung yung executive judge. To reiterate, sabi niya po, in view of the fact that the sinumpang salaysay contains spurious notarial details, assuming na mayroon pong kakayahan si Gutiza na siya po ay mag-i-stamp ng ganun, and a forged notary signature, and further considering that the said affidavit was presented during the Blue Ribbon public hearing, this office finds that its presenter, Mr. Gutiza, and all persons who made use of said documents not only introduced the forged and notarized sinumpang salaysay, but also actively participated in its falsification. Sana naman po kayo nakakitang order na gano'n? Ako po yung nagpresente. So ako pa pala ngayon masasangkot sa falsification dahil sa aking paniwalang totoong sinasabi ng mama na ito, pumunta ka roon kung buang loob mo, pero panotaryo yan, dagdag na kumpiyansa para sa akin. Ako pang nalintikan, Mr. President. So sabi pa po niya, the above mentioned statement is an excerpt from the resolution, and ito po pala, pasensya na po. Succinctly, it is an established rule, well buttressed upon reason, that in the absence of a satisfactory explanation when a person has in his possession or control a falsified document and who makes use of the same, the presumption of inference is justified that such person is the forger or the one who caused the forgery and is therefore guilty of falsification. Mr. President, the above statement is an excerpt from the resolution of RTC Manila Executive Judge Carolina Icasiano Sison. The resolution further states that aside from Mr. Gutiza, sabi po niya, all persons who made use of said documents not only introduced the forged and notarized sinumpang salaysay, but also actively participated in its falsification. Yung sinabi ko po kanina. Did the judge abuse her discretion?
Well, according to the court administrator, it is their view that no, because there is a presumption of regularity. And if I may, well, I was listening to the good senator. Sabi kasi absent the facts, absent the evidence to the contrary, no, or information to the contrary. Mukhang based on your explanation now and your narration, mukhang may absent nga dun sa information na which led to that ruling. That is my personal opinion as a lawyer, but according to the court administrator, because there is a presumption of regularity, then there was no abuse of discretion.
Saan po ibinase yung presumption of regularity, Mr. President? All persons who made use of said documents do not only introduce the forged and unauthorized sinumpang salaysay, but also actively participated in its falsification. Tinawag ba niya ako doon o yung mga taong nag-present ng document na yon? Wala po. Ang totoo po niyan, this representation requested a copy of a resolution Hindi po niya ako binigyan. Ang sinabi po niya, you are not party to the case. Who is party to the case, Mr. President? Ang sabi pa po niya, she gave a copy to the Blue Ribbon Committee. So this representation, nagpakuha po, nag-request sa Blue Ribbon Committee. Sabi ng Blue Ribbon Committee, we have no copy of that resolution. So sino po binigyan niya?